What up, Facebook? What up, Instagram? We live. It's the Realest Rare podcast show. What up with y'all tonight? It's Thursday, so y'all know we on y'all screen. That means it's 10 o'clock. And it's time to get it going tonight.
We jamming tonight. What's going on, y'all? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Thank you. Y'all hear we jamming over here, right?
If y'all know who this artist is, I'll give y'all a $5. Cash app y'all $5 right now.
Cash app $5 to the first person who can tell us what this song is and who it's by. Hey.
Tomorrow we reloaded, y'all. So when y'all see us out tomorrow, Atlanta.
$5 cash app.
When y'all see us out tomorrow, man. Y'all know we got these our supply in, man. We got our shit together, man. We backloaded. We was out last week because of a big event, but we back up. We stocked back up. So if y'all ain't taste our wine, y'all want to reach out to us, man. Come get a bottle, man. This is my raspberry. Yes. This is probably the best rosé you're going to taste in your life.
Come on.
This is like the best rosé you're going to taste in your life right there. So if y'all get with me, man, y'all can get y'all a bottle. And it's been perfected. We got some exciting news today, man. Y'all see the topic today, but we got some exciting news too, man. We didn't tell y'all last week, but we did. Did we tell them? No. So we got a new warehouse. Yes. So we expanded. We're expanding our wine company and everything like that. So when everybody asking, "Can I get my bottle? Can I get my bottle?" Now we got it in abundance, so y'all can all grab it when y'all would love to. He said, "Freddie Jack." Send me your cash app. Send me your cash app, Mr. Gant. Send me your cash app information. I'm gonna shoot you that bread. Black Heartbeat. Shoot it your cash app. We giving out money tonight too. So we asked a question on the show tonight, and somebody respond to the show to the answer and get it right. We gonna throw you outside.
Cash app information.
Send your cash app information. We got you. Y'all heard that. That's that victory right there. I'm sorry, baby. Sorry about that.
We going into the weekend. I hope y'all been having a great week so far. We excited about this topic tonight, man. It has been a flood of questions that's been coming in, and we kind of gathered a lot of them up and kind of made one big topic out of it. But we going to hit on so many different things. But welcome to the Realest Rare podcast show with Black Heartbeat.
Yes, Prophet King Dante. That's Queen Tiffany Geselle with her fine ass.
Thank you.
With your fine
badass.
ass. Boosty badass. We outside of the new facility. Oh yeah, we got a crazy heavy ass schedule coming up for all the colleges out there. If y'all want us to come speak at y'all college on any type of topic as far as mindset or relationships, reach out to us with y'all emails because we booking our college tours right now. We already 5 schools up. Yeah. So
crazy.
They reach out to us, but we got to reach out to them. We got to reach out to people as well too. So and these are all paid gigs. These are all paid gigs, y'all. So if y'all want us to come out and speak, man, send us what topic y'all want to speak on. We got rates for everything too. So and we love to talk about what we do. So about our lifestyle and everything that made us where we at today. So
the younger we get to them, the better off they gonna be.
Exactly.
We were talking about today. We were talking about the videos that was on, and I'm like, damn, I feel bad for these young girls because they have very little examples of respect from a man to a woman, especially when it comes to music and shit like that. And I was like, man.
See the respect level though. I gotta get on y'all ladies too because us men get blamed for it. Y'all accept it, but the respect level got to start with y'all first. They got to start with y'all. Everything that goes on in life, people got to take accountability for, man. We love to blame somebody for something.
You know what I think was going on right now? So people in our age range are so busy trying to get it together so that we ain't stuck down the line, because we know Social Security and all of that other stuff ain't going to be to our benefit.
That's out the
door.
door.
We trying so hard to make a way right now and to stack our money and do all of these things, and it's like the only kids that we can really keep an eye on is those within our, vicinity or whatever. But the lack of support and effort to actually get out and reach out to them is not there, because we so busy trying to get our shit together, so we ain't stuck later on, because they ain't gonna know what to do to keep us good when we old. So it's just a big old spiral. So we gotta get our minds right, we gotta get our bodies right, and y'all know what Black Heartbeat is all about. We provide information and content that will ultimately help you master your mind, your body, your spirit, and your overall motherfucking happiness.
Exactly.
So here we are.
Tonight's topic, as for IG, if y'all can't see it right now, but tonight's topic is how to get through the stormy times in your relationship.
With your partner.
How do y'all come together?
Let me see, baby.
How do y'all come together and deal with the hard times without killing each other, without separating, without threatening each other? Because we know when you get to go into battle with somebody, it's war. It's war.
It is freaking war.
It's war. It's dead ass war, man. So, and don't nobody everybody mouth ratchet at that point.
It's crazy, right?
It's a FU here, it's a FU there.
Don't act like y'all don't know. Y'all know exactly what we talking about, because man,
there's no holds barred when argument, when heat is on, man, everybody is gutting for throats. We cutting throats and slashing throats, and don't nobody stop and actually create a financial plan or communication, and whatever the case may be. So y'all see what the topic is also going to gear towards finances. We know we have issues when it comes to finances. That's a big portion of divorce in our country is due to finances, and how do we overcome that shit? The other half of that is communication. A lot of times when we get heated, we don't hear each other. So somebody got to be the bigger person. Yeah. Who gonna do that? And then we're gonna talk about intimacy, because I know a lot of people a lot of older individuals, man, especially men. We don't know how to connect on that level as we get older. So we're gonna give y'all some tools and tips to actually keep y'all intimacy going in y'all relationship at the same time. And then personal battles, like sometimes we have a situation with our significant others going through certain things, and we may be on a high frequency, they may be on a low frequency. How do we deal with that? Because that can cause some confusion, because a lot of people don't know how to don't want to really put their burden on each other. So it's like, I know you mad, I know you angry, I know something wrong with you. What it is, ain't nothing wrong with me. It's like, come on, man. How do we deal with that? So we got some tools and tips on that. Now, granted,
this is gonna be dope.
We do not. This is not scripted. We do discuss these things as we get them, but we don't actually have it scripted out. So we may cuss, we may say some things that's not all holier than thou or nothing like that. We may be, you know what I'm saying? It's adult conversation. Everything we do is adult conversation. So, and we want y'all to interact with us. Like I said, I'm giving away money tonight. So if y'all go ahead and we ask a question, and y'all answer the question, shoot us y'all cash app. We're going to shoot y'all, whatever that amount is when we talk. A couple dollars. Yeah, we want to have fun. It'll grow as we grow.
Y'all grow with us. We want to have fun. The cash number will grow.
Yeah, y'all keep watching us and keep interacting with us. We're going to keep paying. We know what it is.
All right, so we're going to cheers to a good show.
Cheers to a good show. Cheers. And this is our raspberry. This is our Geselle Wine raspberry. This is 12.5% alcohol. Inboxes if y'all want y'all bottle. For my Detroit and Toledo folks, we'll be up. I'm trying to make the block party. If somebody shoot me, let me know when the block party actually is. For my Atlanta folks, if y'all reach out to us, we loaded. So tomorrow y'all can get y'all as soon as tomorrow morning. You know what I'm saying? We all bottled up and everything like that. So
shout out Saturday.
Saturday is E-Bunny, little bro E-Bunny, he's going for the second belt. He about to claim his second belt, about to beat Mickey Garcia ass.
Oh
And yeah, that's gonna be a celebration. So if y'all down here in Atlanta, we trying to figure out how we can get everybody from Toledo that's down here in Atlanta together so we can go and cheer my dude on. But
some Geselle Wine.
Exactly.
Hey, baby. Raspberry is the bomb. Okay, so let's get into it, baby.
Okay.
All right. So how do we get through hard times with your partner? And we gonna start with which one should we start?
I don't know. It's whatever.
The biggest one you said financial.
Financial, yeah.
Right? So a lot of people, you got situations where
that's half the battle with most relationships.
One person is making more money than the other.
That should never be a factor.
I think that
should never be a factor. That's the main shit.
You got two people together and y'all still struggling, and that's the overall problem.
Man, they had that shit
that's
up on.
That's the overall problem.
That's that shit they had up on Facebook earlier today that had me cracking up laughing because how you have a relationship, how you be in a broke relationship.
Where you
not broken personal, but financially broke relationship. A lot of people are comfortable with complaining about being broke, but they don't want to. They chose an individual. They dealing with a person. They ride or die for a person that don't want to fucking make no bread. It's clear.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, we only gonna get as far as those we talk to for no reason. And I lay with you every night, and I'll be damned if you ain't constantly coming up with an idea, constantly coming up with a money plan in between our other goals to make sure we maintain while we reaching our other goals. It's like I think that way. So when me and you speak and me and you talk, it's just easy to talk. It's easy to actually have a conversation about that part, the financial arts, because we both there mentally. So I guess when it comes down to my objective was to create an action plan, but
thank you.
But to create an action plan, who is that?
She met you outside of everything.
Oh, that's what's up, Queen. How you doing? I'm glad you watching. Thanks for watching. Okay. As far as my answer to financial hard times, if we gonna weather the storm in that perspective, we gotta create an action plan. And when we create an action plan, we both gotta kind of meet each other in the middle or meet each other at the highest level. So if I'm the stronger person, you know what I'm saying? If I'm the stronger person, my idea is a little bit stronger. Can you give up whatever it is, your pride or whatever, to follow that? And if you was to have the better idea, can I digress and put my pride to the side as a man and say, no, I want to get it done, but you got something that's gonna work right now, and I'm, you know what I'm saying? That communication when it comes to finances, that shit's, we try to prevent that from happening, right?
Yeah.
So when it's all said and done, if we in a relationship, like we got an action plan if something go wrong. We know exactly how to go about things. We got places to go if something was to happen. We got, just an emergency action plan if something like this would go down, because it ain't nothing guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? Shit can happen anytime when it comes to finances. Yeah. So,
and ours is even more critical because we are solely responsible for our finances. Mm-hmm. We don't have the quote unquote security of a 9-to-5 or a job. So we have to make sure that the money come in. It's not going to come in every 2 weeks. It's going to come in every day, every other day, however, and we have to be so focused and have that plan and stick to that plan in order for us to not just make it, but for everything to work out. But I think in general, like, people have to get into a mindset of when you are with someone or thinking about being someone, that is not only a partner in an emotional sense, but that is actually a partner or will be a partner in a quote unquote business sense. Right. Because your finances is your business. Your life is your business. So you have to look at it like, okay, so if I'm in this situation now, and I'm not with anybody. Right. This is where I want to be next year. I'm in an apartment now, but I want to move into a house, and I know I can't afford that. I have to be with somebody who's going to be able to match me financially, or be in a situation that, maybe their credit is better, or maybe, they can help me get mine together or whatever. But we are a team. We're a partnership. Right. So again, I'm actually expecting something from a person that I would choose to be with based on what my goal already is. Mm-hmm. So you have to go into it understanding like, okay, this is what I want. even though I'm not there yet, I might work a job that pays minimum wage, but you know, I want to be able to do this in some kind of time. Mm-hmm. And if I'm gonna be with somebody, I don't want to be with somebody and still be working a job paying minimum wage. Like there has to be some sort of progression. So like that has to be the mindset even going into a situation, to not get into that financial brokenness, especially when you with somebody and now you want to blame them or feel bad about yourself because you're not pulling weight or however it works. It's like, where was your mind in the beginning? Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we 5 years in, we done had some kids, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we been broke, maybe we just got into a situation where we fell on some hard times or whatever, but you know, maybe the dude ain't working, mm-hmm. and she working, mm-hmm. and she stressed out because everything is on her, or mm-hmm. vice versa. Mm-hmm. I need some help, but she ain't getting no help, or he ain't getting no help. And it's like, okay, at that point, the frustration turns into resentment, and it turns into all of these other things. And it's like, you have to have the communication, which is the foundation, right? That at some point you're going to put your ego and your pride and stuff like that to the side, or your brokenness or the learned behavior and all of those things, and be like, okay, so where is it that you want to go? Because here's where I am. I'm pretty much stuck here at this financial state, and we're not getting anywhere progressively with your help. Mm-hmm. What are we gonna do?
Right.
I don't think there's anything wrong with asking that question, but we run into so many people who's not able to sit down and actually have the conversation with their partner. And if you can't even have that conversation, then you hitting a brick wall and you choosing that at that point. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you have to be in a position where your mind is in a place of, okay, we need to do something better. We are a team. We're a partnership. So now let's make an action plan. Let's throw some ideas out there. Action plan may sound too crazy, but let's throw some ideas out there. Let's write it down on a paper. Let's start actually putting some action into saying, not just saying we want better, but how can we do something? So you got little things like some tips, right? You can buy things I remember you was doing taxes at one point.
Well, that's how I was going to go from the financial perspective. I'm going to let you finish what you about to say. I think when it comes to that part, as far as like taxes and finances, a lot of us, you know, I know y'all grown as hell, and I know some of y'all got to understand that insurance is an investment tool. So if y'all gonna be with somebody for a period of time, especially if y'all married, I hope y'all got a whole life plan. I hope y'all got some universal life insurance. If y'all business, I hope y'all got commercial insurance for y'all business, because when shit happens, that's going to help you minimize that stress on yourselves, because y'all have a bag to go to. For y'all that don't know, whole life insurance and universal life insurance work like an investment tool. Even though you you're not thinking about it, oh, I'm paying this, and the only time I'm get this money, my family going to get this money is if I die. No, it actually grows in cash value. So when rainy days coming, you can go into that little savings account and different plans. So one of the things I want to give them is that on a financial, remember we talked about this: friendship, appreciation, consideration, trust, and security. What's security? Security is things like an insurance policy. Security is things like a mutual fund. You know what I'm saying? IRA, you know, invest in those things like you a business. If you're going to run your life like a business, every company, you know what I'm saying, you fall on hard times, you can pull from your 401k, but not everybody got that. But you can create it. We got to get grown as fuck out here. We too grown to still be living in childish ass situations. So we still take our own advice. Trust me, this is something that I'm telling y'all, because one thing that we trying to do is minimize stress while we on this here earth. And if we going to choose to be with somebody, we ain't about to choose to be dealing with no headaches in that department. So we got to be here financially, right? And then actions from creating instant gratification, which would be like what?
Buying stuff off of, you can buy stuff out the Dollar Tree and go sell it on Amazon and Craigslist and stuff like that. You
overseas pays so much bread right now.
You can get free stuff off of Craigslist and go sell it. You know what I'm saying? On these different sites. You can do drop shipping. You can create a t-shirt online might pay a couple dollars for a mock-up with some design or some
how many people
whatever, hey,
would it do?
Or your logo or something that you like, some words.
Dinners. I know all y'all mamas can cook. I know y'all ladies can cook. I mean, a woman in my opinion should not ever be broke because of her nurturing spirit. Like, she got something to give from a nurturing perspective that's gonna bring revenue in anyway. And I ain't talking about gonna be no hoeing. I ain't talking about going to do anything extra or nothing like that. I'm really dead ass serious. It's like things that y'all do from that other women is gonna support. You know what I'm saying? Like, one thing I've known about women in a relationship, y'all always see me like, whenever we had hard times, you always came through. And if a man ain't looking at this, seeing that he needs to invest in a thorough one, opposed to thinking that the physical and all that type of shit, when hard times come, when she run, and you thought about, I should have chose old girl, invest in the right individual, especially a nurturing ass feminine individual too. Like, one of the best things I invested in was you, because shut up, man. Got me thinking square as fuck. But dead ass, like, I invested in you. Like, I invested in you because financially, from a financial perspective, I know that you would never let us fold. And I take a lot of risk. And I know that I take a lot of risks, right? But you back me, and it's paid off. Yeah. But it was times where we hit rock bottom. You always figured it out in between my little money schemes and shit like that. So, yeah.
We can compliment each other.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that's what a lot of it is about, making sure you compliment each other. It's neither person is ever going to be perfect, but there's going to be things that both of you are good at and do well at. And you should be able to appreciate those things in the other person. So there's a couple questions that we had on here. So we talking about any advice for a 19-year-old when looking for a young king. I'm an entrepreneur and I'm in college. I've been investing in myself lately. How do you know when the right one comes?
So first one?
Yeah. You 19, baby. These guys out here in your age range, they not ready. They not ready. They not ready.
Nah, you don't want to discourage. Put anything right there. No, it's
not about discouraging.
I'm talking about they not mentally.
No, it's not. Okay, you have to go through the journey. Everything is a process, right? So you at a particular stage right now, just like we're at a particular stage right now, individually and together. But we're at a particular stage, age-wise, mentally, and all of these things. And you are at your stage right now. And at that stage, you have to go through the process. And the process is going to be, you're going to be in relationships. You're going to be in love with different people. You're going to experience different things. You're going to be hurt maybe. You're going to be loved tremendously. And you're going to go through those things. And then throughout that journey, it's up to you. And I think that at 19-year-old, you're already on a great path mentally because you got this book, you tuning into information like this that shows that your mindset is already in a progressive place. So if you stay on that route, you're going to attract that energy. Exactly. But you also have to understand that it's a process. Right. So you're not going to get the same you might give somebody else, but you have to know that, okay, I understand that this is a process. So I'm not going to get totally discouraged. I'm not going to get totally down on myself or down on the other person or anybody else. You just have to go. It's life and it's inevitable. You have to go through the process, but keep the energy that you have of continuing to progress yourself, and you're going to keep getting that energy on a grander and grander and grander scale until that person is actually like put in front of your face and you're like, oh shit, that's my dude. You know, like that. Like I was like, that's my dude. But anyway, but that's how that's going to go. And then, did you have something to add to that? I'm sorry.
Well, you only gonna get as far as those you talk to for no reason, Queen. So when you do choose, or what you don't do is you don't go choosing. Allow him to choose you, but when he do come in your world, remember that you only gonna get as far as those you talk to for no reason. So if you gonna choose to invest in him, understand where he at mentally, and if he consistent, meaning you got a court. If he's consistent, then that's who you want to sit up there and keep giving a little bit more time. You know what I'm saying? But don't ever get too caught up in the situation too early. It's all fun. You got your whole life ahead of you, and just know that he may not be your forever boyfriend, but he'll be a good person to kick it with, and he'll be a stepping stone for an even bigger individual. He got to be the one that wants you as bad as you want him, and that's all I got to say to that. What's the second question?
What do you do when you're in a relationship with a guy who's not good financially, but you are? Do you hold him down? What if he doesn't even want to listen to your ideas?
No, you don't hold him down, because you don't hold him down if y'all not on the same wave. If you, it's basically being used, Queen. Don't become one of those individuals that is settling for just a significant other because he looked good or something like that. Don't do it. Finance, you right now where your head is, I can tell, Queen, but where your head is right now, you are better off using that as an asset, using that as leverage. A guy should be trying to impress you with how he gonna get his stuff together, not in how can he take care of you. He should be fighting to show you. You know, we don't do all that. We don't do all that talking. We want to see it. So if he can't provide financially for you or help you get to where you're trying to go, then you don't sponsor him. That's the word I'm looking for. Don't sponsor no dude that ain't got a bona fide plan for y'all to win. Meaning you can see the investment in him and so forth and so forth. If you don't see it right now, it's not gonna get. He has to grow too.
And that's what you call holding yourself accountable.
Exactly.
You gotta hold yourself accountable for the people that you allow in your life and how they play a part in your life. And when you take a look at yourself and where you at and what you need right
What's
now,
going on, Miss Bates? How you doing, Queen?
Can't do that, and you know it. You have to hold yourself accountable to that. So.
Exactly. So, what else we got? Communication.
Somebody asked someone there.
He said he trying to a notebook full of t-shirt designs that you want to get out. We'll talk to you. We're gonna talk to you later about that one.
Said that before that though, but okay.
Let's see. Nah.
Okay.
Leather ass. Okay. So the second thing we got to weather through is the communication barrier, and
that's pretty much the foundation for all the stuff. You
know?
The
communication gonna solve a lot of these issues. Point blank. Period. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this for the guys. I know that a lot of guys is good at doing this, but then again, we are alpha males. A lot of us are alpha males. For those that aren't, they're a little bit better at doing this than some of us. But my advice when it comes to communication is the fastest one to listen. The fastest one to listen is the most mature one, and I have a hard time being the first one to listen because I always feel like
I'm so glad you said that because I'm about to bust out laughing like nigga, you lying.
I'm serious. I'm being thorough though. I'm being thorough.
I'm just glad
I'm being thorough. No, I'm being thorough. I don't always be the first one, the fastest one to listen. You do that, and I'm very passionate, and because you do that, it balances us out. See, you got two people that will go blow for blow, word for word with each other, and that's not really a love language that you want to have with one another. You know what I'm saying? And
it's easy to do that. We all know how to do that innately. We grew up on that. Our parents grew up on that, so we know how to lash out. That's not a problem. The strength comes in when you are able to not take things personally, when you're able to
assess the situation,
assume, when you're able to actually say, you know what, I don't even need to argue with this dude right now. Whether that comes from a good or bad place in your mind, it doesn't matter at that moment. As long as you choose.
But what if it's war? We at war with this though. We're not talking about an attitude. We talking about storm. Like so this is bad. Like we at war.
Shit.
Right. That's why I say my advice when we at war more or less is to get it. That's the opportunity. If y'all can't see eye to eye on a certain topic and y'all trying to figure out how to communicate, like listen to what I gotta listen. I gotta assess the situation. what caused this situation? I gotta calm down. I gotta take some time, think about it, because I'm over excited, and I need to suggest. Let me sit back and assess the situation. If I can assess the situation, right, then I'm more prone to create an action plan that we can get through whatever we need to get through. I think that me taking the approach from a male perspective is like, I'm a man, so I feel like my family falls on my shoulders. That even though we a team, that's where my passion come from. What's that?
She just said thank you.
Oh,
babe.
okay. You're welcome, Queen.
Shut up.
So I look at me being the sole provider of my family, and whatever you bring in or whatever you bring to the table is extras.
It's just mine.
It's yours. Yeah, it's yours. Like you got your own little thing going on. You know what I'm saying? So that way I can sit back. I listen to what you're talking about. I hear what you said. I know that whatever you brought to the table, you mean well. So I gotta be understanding about you not really trying to just go to blows with me, but more or less I gotta take accountability of my actions. So I gotta sit back and just listen. Let me listen and then respond. That way you have some time to sit back and listen. So when I do respond, I'm not coming from a fucked up ass place, but more or less I'm like, if I'm thinking progression, I'm not in this to fight with you all the time. And then exactly, Queen. Exactly. Females
that's
are
definitely
emotional.
a way to look at it. She's
it's on the
basically
dude to
saying
keep his
if it's
emotions.
a war, man, just
exactly.
take some time, distance yourself, come back together, but just don't go to sleep mad. That's definitely one of the keys. That's definitely one of the keys. Man, when it comes to that war thing, and when you really at battle with somebody and the communication is not there, love can be sick. You know what I'm saying? Love can put you in a place of like physically sick, like emotionally sick. Like you have to know that because that feeling and emotions are so freaking strong that you have to protect yourself in a sense. And the only way to protect yourself is it's almost like being in your own mind. I don't know how to really explain it from like a perspective of like a general perspective, but you almost have to talk to yourself. If that makes sense, you have to. People, you talk to Jesus, talk to God, whoever you. We
get into the personal battles.
You have to. I'm talking about the communication battle, because if you're dealing with somebody, say you're dealing with somebody and they cursing you out, you know what I'm saying? You saying that you can sit back and listen to me, but that's because I don't come at you sideways like that, like my voice, my tone, and all of that shit might get a little crazy, but hey. But at the same time, I don't curse you out. I don't, unless you curse me, unless you say something to me crazy or I feel disrespected in any kind of way, then we might lash out. But I choose consciously. I have a respect level for you. Yep. So even though we might disagree on something, or you may say something, or we have a big issue, I choose not to call you names. I choose not to, you bitch ass nigga and you ain't shit and all of that kind of stuff, because at the end of the day, my mind is like, I'm arguing with this nigga, but I still want to be with him. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be with him feeling like I think he a bitch ass nigga or he ain't shit, because that's not going to ever be a cohesive situation that I'm going to want to be in. You see what I'm saying? So it's a matter of, even though it's a war, you got to make a conscious choice. Like, it's a war right now, but do I want to be with this person? That's where the whole action plan thing come in, or the strategy comes in, because you got to sit down and be like, well, what's my options right now? You know what I'm saying? Is this person physical, or is this person whatever, or whatever the issue is? Do I still want to be with them? Should I still be with them? And if the answer is yes, then I have to end this war, and I have to put my pride and my ego and all of those things to the side and get back to the mindset of which we started with, that this is my partner. Yeah, even business partners go at it sometimes because they don't agree, or because they lost some money, or because a business deal didn't go through, or because somebody fucked up. But at the end of the day, the business don't stop. Right. You know what I'm saying? If you want that business to grow, or if you see the value or the asset in that business. So you got to make a decision when you at war, when you at in a communication issue. At the end of the day, do I want to be with this person? They say, I think about this shit, not a lot, but I think about it like if we go through something, and I'm like, if he walks out the door right now and then something happens to this nigga, I'm going to be fucked up all the way. So is it worth me still having an attitude with him when he called me, still having an attitude when he come home, still having an attitude when, you know what I'm saying, when it might not happen.
How many of y'all ladies been through that? How many of y'all ladies been through a scenario where you had to, I know y'all emotional creatures, you had to hold your tongue, and how did it work out for you? Was it a good thing? Was it a bad thing? Did you still feel like...
No. Oh, go ahead, because you asking a question. But that's not where I was going with it. I'm not saying hold your tongue. I'm just saying you got to strategize. When you at war like that and you can't get through to somebody and they not getting through to you and everything is just negative, you got to sit down and again ask yourself, do I want to be with this person? And if I choose that I do want to be with this person, how am I going to come at them so that we can resolve this situation? So now you have to ask yourself, okay, what's my intent? What is my intent when I do speak to him or her? You know what I'm saying? What do I want to come out of this?
A lot of people don't get that part.
We can go so deep into this shit.
A lot of people don't understand that because it's times where me and this lady have been on the brink of separation because we are both real passionate about our business and we both real passionate about our end goal, which is what's successful to us. So we are individuals. So we do have it is a time where we don't see eye to eye because we individuals. And when it's all said and done, intention, like if my intention was always progression, then it's easy for us to get back on track because we can always express. When we both calm down, we both come back up for air and we actually talk and we both can kind of explain our vision, our reasoning for how everything. Now we was in war and we just, I blatantly did something to you like cheated, or I blatantly did something to you like, what I'm saying, put my hands on you, or was just disrespectful as fuck at a time, especially at a time where if you're not in the progressive state, if you're not in the progressive situation, more than likely it's gonna be some fuckery because y'all got too much time on your hands. The thing about a lot of people, what's your intention when y'all with each other just in general before the storm hit? If we don't have no intent, like
a clear intent,
we don't have a clear intention. We don't. It's like we sitting there with idle time, and that's the devil's workshop. So shit come about. We lose respect for each other when we talk because really the fault parties that on defense trying to defend themselves. So if you ain't clearly thinking whenever you do something or making a decision that's going to affect your family and everything like that, when you make those decisions, you got to have intention behind it. Like we have a disagreement about something, but it's so easy for us to kind of correct it before it gets so out of hand. What's that?
I held my tongue and he took it to his advantage. So now when that happens, it's a red flag, but I will speak my heart, but respect him all at the same time. He don't get it. I did it. He don't get it. You got to do that sometimes, man. When you know you have the ability to do it. The one thing I go by, and again, nobody is perfect, but as we continue to grow and we continue to learn, that's one thing that he and I never stopped doing. We never stopped reading. We never stopped learning. We never stopped. All we do is read stuff about progression, how to master ourselves, master our minds, how to just be the best people we can be so that we can give the best of what we're doing, right? So because of that, it's like we always can come back to a conversation about like something that's positive.
We always got, because we know we never lose focus.
Doing your best, that's the thing. That's where I was getting at with this. Because I'm gonna speak for myself on this. Because I'm always on a journey of like, okay, I want to not necessarily be better, but I want to be my best. Mm-hmm. I live by that. Like I want to be my best. Mm-hmm. And some things are fearful. Some things are risky. Some things are, you just gonna deal with that shit. But when you know you can do better, you do better. Mm-hmm. So even in relationships, that's when that communication part comes in. You hold yourself accountable, not necessarily what that other person is doing or saying or whatever, but at some point you gotta sit back and be like, okay, I know that I don't need to be sitting here arguing with this dude. I'm getting stressed out, I'm crying, I'm this, I'm that. I don't want to do this no more. So I'm going to just chill. I'm going to let him have his space for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When he ready to talk, we going to talk. Mm-hmm. But right now, it's just not the time. Or I'm going to come at him from a different perspective. Mm-hmm. Hey, look, let's put it behind us. It happened. I can't, we can't do nothing about it now. Let's move forward, And you got to just put your best foot forward, man. Like, that's really going to be the key at the end of the day with anybody.
And one more thing before we go to intimacy. This sounds cliche as hell, but this shit really works. Don't go to sleep on that shit. If y'all,
maybe she said that earlier.
I'm just saying it from a lecturer perspective. It's just you gotta. If y'all gonna separate and hold y'all pee and get y'all mind right, just don't allow yourself to go to sleep with the emotional negativity on your mind, because you're gonna wake up with that, and you don't, what I'm saying.
I'm so if you go, this, like, I'm a person that I might, I'm going to sleep, I'm going in the bed, we in the living room, we argue, got into a disagreement, I got an attitude, and then I get in the bed, but I'm like 2:00 in the morning, I ain't with it, so you need to wake up so we can talk.
I'm elbowing the shit out of her ass too. Get the hell off me. I ain't even mad at you no more. Get off me. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta make sure, so we need to talk and make sure we both
take your ass to sleep. Take your ass back to sleep. Ain't nobody thinking about that bullshit no more.
Don't go to sleep mad.
So we gonna kick the gear into intimacy, right? And this is like one of my favorite things to talk about, because a lot of people from a male perspective think that intimacy is just a freak. Nigga want to be a freak. Nigga want to just, you know what I'm saying? Why we ain't having sex? Why we not doing this? Why we not doing that? And he get all upset and mad. He trying to figure out, damn, man, why the fuck that? Why she ain't giving me no? You know what I'm saying? What's been up? What's going on? And what did I do? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that bad what we argued about. Why we ain't? And then it could just be simply, man, it can be health. It can be all type of shit. But when the intimacy gets threatened, what we got to understand is that intimacy is not always physical, and the physical thing is the end goal for a lot of us men. That's what we know. Women the same. Women are a lot more intimate than we are, because they govern the emotional realm. They govern the physical realm, so we govern the emotional. So they are a little bit more emotional than us too. So it can sway where they just not in the mood. It can sway that, it's something, it can be any factor. A lot of things can cause the intimacy to dwell in the situation, to the point where I know couples that literally don't have sex. Like, they don't have no mental sex. It's like people that's literally been not being intimate with their partner, and I don't give a damn how old you are. When you get, I know nurse homes that got old people and that's still doing the nasty.
Yeah, that's so nasty.
So the fact of the matter is, a lot of people get to the point where they can live their life. It was at one point I was in a relationship before us. I was in a relationship like years ago. I'm in my mid to early 20s. Like, I'm active as hell. And I was in a relationship where the shit wasn't going like we wanted to go on another level, and it caused an intimacy break. And for the most part, a male, he gonna go looking like a hound. He gonna go searching. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you ain't gonna give me no attention. I'm gonna get some attention. Woo, 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 right? But I wasn't, because I was so mentally there that I couldn't even do it. Like some people wouldn't give me credit. They'd be like, shit, yeah, right. Yeah, right. And what ended up happening was that caused so much turmoil and created so much bad blood and so much distance between two people, because what happened was, it wasn't no physical attraction there or anything like that. When we got to understand, intimacy don't start with the physical. Intimacy starts with the mental. Mm-hmm. So, how do you create that spark? How do a man create a spark in a woman, to get her to, you know what I'm saying, get back to on the physical side? That's my question to you.
Shit. How does a man create the spark in a woman?
Mm-hmm.
to get her back on the.
For my guys out there, they want to know
Okay.
when my girl ain't trying to give me none, what is it that I can do in order, and then I throw my little 2 cents in that work for us.
So women are different.
Mm-hmm.
So people receive or are turned on or stimulated in different ways. I think a lot of women are stimulated by the mental stimulation. So when I say the mental stimulation, it may be, you have to know your woman.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You just got to know who she is. Like, if she's an emotional being, then you have to hit her emotionally. Like, if she's a physical being, you got to hit her on some physical, like, but you have to tap into her mental, whatever that is, from a perspective of understanding her love language. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, people's love language changes. And if you're in a situation where the intimacy is messed up, it may be that one of y'all love languages have changed through progression, through deep digression, through whatever it may be. It just may be that the love language, or y'all not understanding each other's love language. So knowing who your woman is at that point is critical. It's critical, man. And then if you have our book, you'll see the different types of love language. And that's actually one of the things that we'll be speaking about at some of the colleges that we go into next month or in September, is about how men, especially black men, can recognize and understand a woman's love language.
Right.
And so we're going to give them tools and tips and different things that will actually, they'll be able to practice when they leave us and different things like that. But they'll be able to practice on whoever they're dealing with or different women to see the reaction. You know what I'm saying? You could, we are beings, we're spiritual beings first that live in a human experience and a human body.
Right.
So our reactions are not necessary. We're not going to be able to catch it like that as far as being able to control them. So you can try different things and then test the reaction of the person and be like, okay, that's what's going to work. So I need to continue this, continue it. And that's going to be the thing, consistency in whatever you do, so that somebody can see like, okay, I understand what they want from this. But then also understanding what intimacy is from a sex perspective, from not just being a physical thing, but it being a whole experience that can recreate the whole reality that you live in and all of that kind of stuff.
And that's what it really boils down to, man. When it's the mental intimacy. One thing I've learned as a man, if I can reach a climax mentally, mean I can make her reach her climax mentally, then I never have to worry about intimacy ever. Because I know if we ever get into a fucked up situation, on the intimacy level, I know that it has to be internal, and I need to get back on my square. Like I have to take accountability to that, because me and you, we are so in tune on the intimate level. Like, we can be mad as fuck at each other, and that right there is not gonna die.
We'll be ready to get it.
That, you know what I'm saying? That right there never gonna die, and that's just goes to show you how passionate we are about our progression mentally, because you know how.
That's good as hell.
That's that right. Pussy juice.
I'm trying to like the not.
It's that pussy juice.
Shit,
That pussy juice. And on a yeah. So it's like most men know. She grabbing my ass.
I'm grabbing his butt right now.
She grabbing my ass right now.
Thing.
So a lot of men that have intimacy issues, they woman probably checked out already mentally. I'm gonna be this thorough with you. You and did something to the point when she ain't trying to, when she put that shit on lockdown.
Let another dude catch her attention mentally. Oh my God.
So you want to prevent that shit before it happened. Like, if you always want to be king, you want to, like I said, men, we govern the mental, women govern the physical. That means that you got to be stronger. If we understand that they're emotional creatures, if y'all want y'all intimacy to last, men, and women, if y'all want him to be, you know what I'm saying, always the one to go to as well, we got to just take accountability for our actions, because we know that we both have, you know what I'm saying, in order for us to win, man, intimacy is like one of the most important keys to it. A lot of people don't realize how important that shit is. If you failing in that level, man, it's critical that y'all get that shit together.
Do you think that what I'm doing to you right now is intimacy?
What you doing to me right now making me stutter.
Shut up.
It's making me stutter. And because it's making me stutter and shit, you know it's doing something to me. Women govern the physical. Y'all see what she did. The moment y'all touch that nigga the right way, his whole attitude changed and his whole what's saying changed and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just wake up in the morning time. When y'all wake up in the morning, just have your head laying by his dick in the morning time, and he gonna forget how mad he was at you the night before. I'm telling you. Just wake up next to him, laying on his thing in the morning time. You ain't even gotta have it.
Still act sleep and shit.
Still act sleep. Don't even wake up. Just act sleep, and that motherfucker he is not gonna be mad at you.
Hey baby,
right? He gonna be trying to roll over. He'll be trying to roll on your face and everything, like shit.
Yawning with his legs.
Right?
Wrong.
Giving you
Come on, baby. Go ahead. Keep going. What's the next?
Holding your head down and shit.
If y'all ain't got that type of dude, I don't know what y'all doing.
Man, come on.
Okay,
baby.
So you finished with intimacy? I think you
No, I love intimacy because intimacy makes, dude, when you intimate on the right level with, like, that's the exciting part. If I can do anything, we're not going through no damn war when it comes to this sex thing, because I can go to war with you on that. You know that though. You know that.
I don't even want to do it.
But the point of all of this is how important that shit is to success. It's like almost like it's like the glue to the communication and the finances. Because when you on the same mental level intimacy with some person on an intimate, damn, I keep having tongue twist with you rubbing my back, man. When y'all both on the same level with that.
It feels good for me rubbing your back though, like it's in my arm and shit, and it's all
that's
like
that energy, man.
I can't help it. I'm sorry. Okay. So for me, I get so into him. Sorry, I get so into him that I can feel his heart, and I care for him above and beyond. Treat him like a king and care for him on every level. But when we as women are doing everything, we get nothing.
No, don't look at it like that.
Yeah. Nothing back in return, or very little, then frustration kick in.
Okay, can I answer that?
Yeah.
Listen, if you see it from that perspective, that means that you give him more than he's giving. And if the relationship lopsided, from what I can see and from what I can
do you have this book? I don't know.
Do you got our book? Do you got our book, Queen?
Because I think that's gonna give a lot of.
Do you got our book? Give me a
insight.
thumbs up on that, because I never suggest nobody be in a lopsided ass situation. Everybody that gets in a relationship is always one person. Truth be told, is always one person that's gonna always be somewhat of a liability, because.
No. Let me. I think, okay. There's always going to be, or there will be points of imbalance at times.
Right. Okay. Because it's different times.
And at those points, it may be one person that's here, and the other person may be here at a different time. So there's always going to be, not always going to be, but there will be points of imbalance where y'all not on the same page, or somebody's giving more, or somebody's giving more over here or over there, whatever the case may be. So it's not always going to be that one person is always going to be a liability, and you should just deal with that. She said she took the book from a coworker.
Okay.
But it's not always going to be that somebody is always going to be a liability. But if you find that those balances are not there for the most part and the majority of the part, then you're not dealing with an asset at that point. You know what I'm saying? And that's when that's really what you got to determine. Okay, if I'm investing this in you and I'm not getting what I need, and that's what I tell every single person, that I run across when I tell them about this book or anything that we're doing or questions that they have, I say, have you sat down with yourself and said, where I'm at right now, not what I thought I was, not what everybody else thinks I am, not what I've been in the past, but where I am right now and where I see myself, not physically, not my circumstances, but where I see myself and who I am and where I want to be. Does this person fit into that picture? Am I getting what I want from this person? And if I'm not, am I even able to have the conversation with them about what I need from them? And if I can't do that, then again, where does it come in? Accountability. I got to hold myself accountable for who I'm choosing to be with and deal with and allow in my life.
I say when it comes to them personal battles, meditation comes in. When we take accountability, a lot of people don't know how to pray. A lot of people don't know what that means. A lot of people don't know what meditation is. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people, because I'm sorry, I swung into personal battles because you kind of led that into that to that topic. A lot of times we get into a situation where it's not necessarily a war between us as individuals, but it's a war within ourselves, and then our partner got to take that shit. Our partner got to deal with it too because we made a commitment to that person, and it's not that. We're not so selfish to where we can't take time to actually help our significant other get back on track. But we all, like as a partner, if you're not putting your best foot forward to actually build your partner up, and you just let them hang themselves, then you ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't be in a relationship with a physical person, but you're not in a relationship with them mentally. Like so that shit is like you carrying dead weight with you.
So personal battle would be the same thing as like a growth battle. Like y'all
it's growth. It's growth.
Different levels.
It's right. It's growth. Right.
Financially, whatever it may be.
That's an example
it's like,
that.
Okay, well I still I'm with them, but they not growing with me. So now what do I do?
That's crazy because. Like a past relationship of mine was similar to that, where I was so far on an incline, and they were so programmed and couldn't figure out why I was so fucking happy because they weren't happy with themselves.
But that's your fault because
I ain't say it wasn't. I'm just saying. What you talking about is my fault. I ain't had no issues. They had issues within themselves. You can't never put your personal issues on nobody else.
No, I'm not saying that was your fault that they felt that way, she felt that way, but it's your fault for dealing with somebody who would look at you that way.
But the fact
of seeing that's my partner.
But that's why we're not together now. That's why I'm sitting up here married with a dog, somebody right, somebody that wants to be happy too. A lot of women deal with learned behavior differently, but for the most part, a lot of women have a lot more mental abuse than the next, and everybody's situation is not all the same, but it can be the same level of like inner hurt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the hurt part where you very hurt at. If I can't help you if I can't help you grow, you know what I'm saying? The first thing that anybody should do is take a look at themselves first. Too many times when we're going through personal issues from either man or woman, a lot of times we have to look and point our finger at some fucking body. It's always, it's always, you know what I'm saying? It's, well, it's him or it's her. She won't catch up with, with me. That's a personal battle within yourself, dude. Can't nobody hold you back from shit. Can't nobody hold nobody back from nothing. So when it's all said and done, the accountability gotta fall on that person. And only person I can really give credit, or we can only, is children. Children they don't have we their parents. You know what I'm saying? But as a grown ass adult, responsible ass, when you become responsible, you gotta be able to understand. You gotta take a look at yourself. And okay, I'm having personal battles with myself. I'm having personal issues with myself or whatever. Do I make it a burden on my partner? If I did, it's because I didn't do it on purpose. Right. If it wasn't intentional. But if I catch myself bringing my partner down, that's not going to help our bottom line. So I got to get a hold of myself first, because what a lot of women do, if I just said from a woman perspective, because I'm a man, a lot of women will do the crabs in the bucket ass syndrome and try to pull you down with them because they so emotional. And as a man, we don't know how to deal with that emotional shit. So we just trying to, we trying to bust our ass. You see that, that man that's out here that's kind of like a stepped on type of dude. He just want to help the woman get to where, help the woman out. And every time she cry, he come, at her beck and call, and it's not helping her grow. You see what I'm saying? She's not growing. So, it got to be a personal thing. Get into meditation. When you got personal issues.
This is about to pause.
When we got personal issues and shit like that, we all got to remember that we got to take that as self-assessment of ourselves, meaning we got to take that meditation time, close your eyes, talk to your higher self. If y'all Christians, talk to Jesus. If y'all Muslim, talk to Allah. You know what I'm saying? Get y'all spiritual shit together, because that's what the battle is spiritually. Depression is because you have that person inside you is buried deep. That's what depression means. When you not letting that outward, you're not being outward with who you are really inside. So you're not expressing
your truth.
You're not expressing your truth. So it's something.
A lot of people don't know what that truth is, though. That's why they
need to meditate.
Repress it.
That's why you need to meditate. Ask the question to yourself. Ask the question to yourself. What it is why am I feeling like this? You know what I'm saying? What's my next step? Give me the answer. You know what I'm saying? Get deep into your mind.
You have to understand that you have more power than whatever's going on around you. Like, if you stay in a negative mindset, if you continue to think negative about a person, the situation, you continue to focus your thoughts on that, you're going to keep getting what you put your energy on. So if you get by yourself and you start asking, what do I need? What do I want? Who am I? What do I need to do right now? And really start realizing and knowing that you know what you need to do, but you have to be strong enough and fearless enough to be able to listen to that inner person that's telling you what you need to do. You can't keep blocking it and expecting things to change. You have to be able to listen to yourself, listen to God, listen to whoever it is, whatever it is that you pray to, but understand that you only gonna get the answers from you. It may come in the form of a person that's outside that's having a random conversation. It may come from listening to a podcast and us saying something in a matter of a minute that's like, oh shit, I didn't think about it that way. I really need to reevaluate some stuff. But at the end of the day, that personal battle is going, whether it's with them and you have to deal with it, you gotta get with you to decide how long and how much am I willing to deal with, man. Because at the end of the day, as much as I love, as much as I encourage and want to inspire and want everybody to feel the joys of a beautiful relationship and love and all of those things, there's nothing worth sacrificing your happiness, your well-being, your worth, and your value for anybody else just to be with them or just to feel some parts of love. You don't sacrifice yourself for that. Because you're not going to get what you expected and what you're looking for.
Well, you're not going to get that internal bliss.
Yeah.
So you live your life.
But if you with somebody and you know that y'all can get it together and it can get on the right track and you haven't started yet, you just got to make a decision to start. And you make that decision by sitting down. And if you can't just necessarily have the conversation, this is the reason we wrote this book. We wrote it so that it can open up the doors of conversation for people to be able to come together as a couple, whether they going through it or not, and be like, yo, at the end of the day, I want to be with you. And if we going to be together, we got to figure this out, because it's not worth the stress and the fighting and the arguing and the this and the that. So let's look at some of these things and see where we need to get on the same page. How can we get on the same page? Or if we even can get on the same page, and if not, we can be mature enough about it. We can love each other enough about it to be like, you know what, maybe we need to separate after we try some things. You know what I'm saying?
And that's nothing,
after we try.
That's not devastation. That's not a loss. You don't owe nobody shit. If at the end of the day, after what we talked about, which was financial hard times, communication, intimacy, and personal battles, and how we get through those things. But at the end of the day, if none of those things working, it's not healthy for y'all to just be together. That shit is not, because y'all can still be in communication, still be financially stable with each other. If y'all a couple, if y'all, especially y'all married individuals out there, y'all family is a business. That don't necessarily mean y'all got to be with each other on the physical level or as a unit for y'all to still build y'all family. Because y'all, some people got kids still. Some people got, you know what I'm saying, businesses in each other's name. So y'all still got to be strong enough to still run y'all situation till y'all separate those things. But we encourage you to try but don't settle for nothing.
Settle and don't
settle for shit.
Don't sacrifice to the extent of you losing yourself. Let me say that, because everything is a sacrifice to some extent, and everything is a compromise to some extent. But do not ever sacrifice to the point where you lose yourself, unless that self that you losing is that dead self, that old self that you don't even need no more, and you need a new self, and that new self is who you want to see. Then it's worth the sacrifice. But if you know that you're not getting a valid return on your investment in another person, then you really need to reevaluate what you're doing. So, with all that being said, I think we had a good show.
Yeah, we had a good show today, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Yeah.
If you ain't got the book already, grab the book, like and share this video. Today's topic was weathering the storm through financial hard times. We tackled that. Communication, intimacy, we tackled that. And then personal battles. I think personal battles is something that if you can get the personal battles taken care of first and then when you do connect with the person, y'all know what I'm saying, if y'all connect on an intimate level in the beginning, it's something worth dealing with. And then that helps the communication up front, but y'all should immediately start talking about y'all financial situation and what y'all going to
Queen.
let me see what she say. Okay, that's what's up. And then y'all know y'all should, if y'all choosing to be with each other for a long ass time, or expecting a long ass relationship, create y'all action plan for y'all finances.
Oh, I can't wait until this next book come out, because you got your book coming out, and then we have the second part to the 5 Black Heartbeats, 11 Wealth, and it's actually going to be it's going to be a sequel to that. It's going to be a sequel, and it's going to be dope. And y'all going to get y'all shit together.
Like and
we
share
all
this
gonna
video.
Get our shit together because we need it too.
Like and share this video, man. We come to y'all. We talk with y'all on Thursday nights, and then we getting ready to actually get a produced show. So y'all been rocking with us, so we appreciate that. Go to our website, blackheartbeat.com, and leave us y'all in the comment section. Leave us some more topics to talk about. If y'all not on IG, follow our IG at BLAC Heartbeat on IG, and we built it, loved it, and stay committed to it. And that's how we do it. We talked about our friendship, appreciate, considerate, trust, and security, and we always talk about some money because we all about a scale up. So we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning into the Realest Rare podcast show, and then tune in next Thursday. We're gonna be right back here at 10 o'clock.